Welcome back to Borak Bersama Maybank. Our tech analyst Lucas returns with a fresh initiation report, this time on a company called Northeast Group. So before we dive into the details, it's great to have you back on the show, Lucas.
Thanks for having me.
All right, as always, let's kick off with the basics. Give us a brief background on the company.
Sure. So, Northeast Group is a precision engineering company principally engaged in the manufacturing of high-accuracy machine components, serving a diversified client base across the photonics, electrical and electronics, semiconductor, telecommunications, and optoelectronics industry. The company generates the bulk of its revenue from export markets, particularly the United States, followed by other key international markets like the UK, Singapore, and even Thailand. In terms of operations, the group currently has 3 plants in Bukit Minyak, Pulau Pinang, bringing its total capacity to about 200,000 square feet. The plants are mainly used for manufacturing, office, warehousing, and even accommodation for workers.
All right, thanks for the overview. I actually had to Google what photonics was. So now let's dive into the numbers. How has the company performed historically, and what's the outlook for the growth moving forward?
Right. So Northeast delivered a strong performance in their financial year 2021 and 2022, and this is largely driven by the robust demand for both new and existing precision components by their customers. And this was also primarily due to the accelerated customer orders during the COVID-19 period. However, we saw momentum taper off during their following subsequent financial years in 2023 and 2024, as existing clients turned more cautious amid the broader slowdown in the global photonics, semiconductor, and also the E&E sectors. But looking ahead, as demand recovers and order volumes return to peak levels, we project Northeast to achieve a 3-year profit CAGR of 33% across financial year 2024 to 2027. And we think this will be supported by 3 key drivers, such as rising order volumes from both new and existing customers, their planned capacity expansion, as well as margin improvement from stronger operating leverage. And as of end March 2025, Northeast remains strong in their financial position with a net cash balance of 142 million ringgit, or about 19 cents per share, which is sufficient to support its expansion plans. It is also worth noting that Northeast has consistently reinvested in the business with an average annual capex over the past 4 years amounting to around 8% of their revenue.
Okay, great. With the company's fundamentals covered, let's talk about your buy rating. Could you share the rationale behind the positive call and how the company valuations compare to its peers?
Sure. So essentially, we see the view of the company from 3 positive angles. First, starting with their ability to leverage on the photonics sector tailwinds, as a big part of Northeast's business is on photonics, and Northeast serves the fiber laser market within this segment. And according to Global Market Insights, the global industrial laser system market is right now valued about $9 billion in 2024, and is expected to grow strongly at a 14% CAGR from 2025 to 2034. And we like how Northeast maintains a strong exposure to the photonics industry, with the segment contributing to almost 40% of their revenue in financial year 2024. So Northeast plays a critical role in this high growth domain, whereby the group has aligned themselves with customers in the frontier technologies and investing in component level excellence. And the second positive angle is we see an emerging play within the semiconductor segment, as we expect a continued strength in not just the global semiconductor production equipment market, which are supported by structural demand for advanced technologies such as AI, but also Northeast, where they have established relationships with major customers in the semiconductor segment, both whom are global leaders in their respective fields. So this will help anchor its role in the overall semiconductor value chain. And the last positive angle, which is their growing pipeline. As production ramp-up commences for Northeast, we continue to anticipate a progressive revenue traction and also stronger earnings visibility. In our view, Northeast is well positioned to capture incremental growth opportunities underpinned by a growing pipeline of component qualifications and the expansion activities of its existing customer base. So with that, we are initiating coverage on the stock with a buy rating and target price of 75 cents based on a target PER of 20 on the calendar year 2026 EPS. And this is a -2 standard deviation below the sector's 5-year forward mean. And Northeast is currently trading about 17.5 times, which is broadly in line with the sector's simple average of also about 17 times, but at a 17% discount if you want to compare it to their overall weighted peer average of 21 times.
All right. Thank you, Lucas. So I think just to recap again, so it's basically a buy on three aspects: ability to leverage on their key sector tailwinds, to an emerging play within the semiconductor segment, and as well as a big and growing pipeline. All right. Thanks, Lucas. Then that's a wrap for today. Aside to the audience, you can catch our latest research report on your Maybank Trade MY app. All you need to do is just head over to the Insights tab and you will be able to find it there. And for those who are looking to trade stocks, structured warrants or futures, you can apply for a CDS or trading account online via the QR code on the screen now. But if you need a personal touch, you can also approach our sales representatives and they can help get you started with a trading account. With that, we'll catch everyone in the next episode. But until then, this is Najib Hussain signing off.